Alright, this video we could consider part 2 or part 1, depending on if you like flats or sharps, it doesn't really matter, to the saga of key signatures. And so let's build a major scale. Let's see where I am here. I'm going to build a major scale in E flat. So E flat, major scale. E flat major scale starts on the note E flat. So I'm going to whole step takes us to F, whole step takes us to G, half step takes us to A flat, whole step takes us to B flat, whole step takes us to C, whole step takes us to D, half step takes us to E flat. So we have E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, and E flat. So if we think about the rules for the major scale, we've used all the pitch classes. We have E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. They're in order. We haven't skipped, omitted, repeated any. I know I built that pretty fast, but since this is about key signatures, I'm not super worried about building scales. Go back and if it takes you longer to build, that's fine. That's what I'm really saying. So we got 8 notes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're starting and ending on the same note, E flat, an octave apart. So this is indeed an E flat major scale. And so I think we should probably call this volume 2. I probably did some additional talking about key signatures in the video about sharps. Hopefully you watch both of them. I'll try not to leave anything out. If we were to write a simple song using only the notes in this major scale, or if we thought about writing the song Happy Birthday in the key of E flat, in writing that song you would see a lot of B flats and E flats and A flats because they're a part of that scale. And so composers, or maybe just people who wrote music, decided, hey, what if there was a shorthand way to represent or to tell the music reader or the music interpreter that, hey, E's are flat all the time unless otherwise notated. A flats are flatted all the time, B flats are flatted, and so on. And so, ding ding, we do have a magical way. It's not that magical, but we do have a way. So E flat major scale, we've got an E flat, an A flat, and a B flat. We have an E flat up here too, but that'll be covered by just one. We only need one flat. So I'll go over this briefly. Anytime in a piece of music you see sharps and flats immediately to the right of the clef, this is where the key signature goes. And what this does when sharps or flats, actually you only see sharps or flats, you never see them both. It's like the major scale, you don't really mix them. If you see sharps or flats here, what that tells you is it tells you that those notes that are sharped or flatted are sharped, let's just say flatted because we're doing flats, are flatted all of the time. So if I'm going to build the key signature that represents the E flat major scale, we're going to have a B, B flat, an E flat, and an A flat. Now I know that when the flats occur in this scale, it's E flat, A flat, B flat. There's a good reason why we do this. Key signatures are always built the same way, and we'll cover that in a second. So we have our key signature with the same flats as E flat major scale. If we rewrite the same notes as the E flat major scale, this is actually another way to write E flat major. So up here we have the flats included on every note that needs them. So E flat, A flat in the staff and on the name, A flat in the, or B flat in the staff and on the name. The cool thing with key signatures is we put the flats over here and then those are applied. So having the flat here on B flat tells us that any B that occurs, whether it's this one in the middle, it's one up here, it's one down here, these are all B flat. Any E that happens, whether it's that one or this one, or even the one way up here, these are all E flat. Any A that happens, these are all A flat. And so, if we write in the notes here, this is kind of a separate zone. We have E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, and E flat. Because we have the key signature, we don't need the flats. Like, I don't need this E flat, I don't need this A flat, this B flat, and this E flat right in front of the notes. Because the key signature E flat makes this an E flat without having it written right there in front of the note. The key signature B flat covers this B flat, so we don't need it written in front of the note. And the key signature A flat covers this A flat. Now when we name the notes, we still have to have the flat there, because this is not just an E, it's an E flat because of the key signature. This is not just an A, so we still have to have the accidentals written in the note names. Now, like the sharp key signatures, let's talk about why these notes weren't put there in the same order as they occurred in the E flat major scale. Like the sharp key signatures, flat key signatures are always written with the same order of notes, the same order of flats, or the same order of notes with flats. So the first flat is B flat. Then we have B flat, E flat, B flat, E flat, A flat, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, finally B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, F flat. And so key signatures are read from right to left. So obviously this is just B flat, left to right, B flat, E flat, B flat, E flat, A flat, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. And so the order of notes in flat key signatures, or the order that the notes appear, is B, E, A, D, G, C, F. And those all have flats. And so one way that people remember the order of flats in key signatures is the word bead and then GCF. So bead, GCF is the order that the flats occur in flat key signatures. Now if we write the same key signatures in bass clef, it's just like sharp key signatures. Here we have a B flat, here we have a B flat and an E flat. So the key signatures are on the same notes. We just have to keep in mind that when they're written in bass clef, if we need a key signature with a B flat, we have to put that flat on the B line, and the B line is down here. So it's the same shape, it's just one flat. Try to kind of keep these vertically in the same place as the upper ones. So B flat, E flat, B flat, E flat, A flat, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, B, E, A, D. Oops, a little too low on that one. Looks more like an F. B, E, A, D, G. B, E, A, D, G, C, and the last one, B, E, A, D, G, C, F. So those are the key signatures in treble clef and the key signatures in bass clef. Now again, in this class we're not so concerned with you memorizing how to write each individual key signature. the most important thing for what we do is to be able to be given a key signature and to figure out what major scale is associated with that key signature. So let's come down here. I better keep all those key signatures in the frame there, okay? And so the rule here for flat key signatures. So here's the rule. Second to last flat in key signature is tonic. And so, again, key signatures read left to right. I mispronounced that earlier. And so let's go through and let's name these key signatures. Now we're going to leave this one out for just a second because it's an exception to the rule. But let's go here. So we have B flat, so they read left to right, B flat, E flat. So E flat's the last one. B flat is the second to the last one, so it's the one before the last one. So this key signature is called B flat. So here we have B flat, E flat, A flat. Go back one. This key signature is E flat. B, E, A, D. Go back one. This is A flat. B, E, A, D, G. Back one. This is D flat. B, E, A, D, G, C. Back one. G flat. B, E, A, D, G, C, F. Back one. C flat. And so down here we have B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat. So this rule is good for all of these key signatures with 2 flats or more. This rule doesn't work so great when there's only 1 flat in the key signature like we see here. And so this is one of the ones we just have to remember. When we have 1 flat in key signature, that is F major. Another thing we need to remember is when we have no sharps and flats, that's C major. So our key signature rule for flat keys with 2 flats or more is that the second to the last flat, also known as the penultimate flat, is the tonic. If there's only 1 flat in the key signature, that's F major, not F flat major, just F. And if there's no sharps or flats, that's C major. And so those are the rules for flat key signatures, naming flat key signatures, the order of flats and key signatures, and so on. Thanks for watching.